What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bryson Cole, aka BCGraphix. A lot of y'all may know me from TikTok, or you may know me from my Instagram, or you just don't know me at all.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
That is okay. What a lot of y'all have requested is how to draw BCGraphix style. Today, we're gonna draw 21 Savage. That's what we're gonna do. So this is gonna be a how to draw in BCGraphix style. I will be using Procreate. If you don't have an iPad or you don't have Procreate, you can draw on paper and pen. Or if you have a nice little tablet, you can use this and plug it up to your computer and draw using Illustrator or Photoshop. All right, first things first, when we draw, we want to use a reference. A lot of people say,
Don't use a reference.
Use a reference. If you don't know how to draw, use a reference. Also, I am a self-taught artist. Ugh. I am a self-taught artist. You don't need to pay for classes. You don't need to do that. We are in the new age. All you need is YouTube. If you have YouTube, you can draw anything. I guarantee you.
Wait a minute, did you say anything?
Anything. Anything. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Google and we're gonna look for a reference photo. Perfect. So this is gonna be our 21 Savage picture. 21. What I usually do is add it to my photos. Then I'll go to my, oh, it's down here. Then I'll go to my photos. Bam, we got 21 Savage. We're gonna use that as our reference. Now we're gonna go over here to the wrench and you're gonna look for, you're gonna go under canvas and you're gonna click reference. So under reference, you can actually import an image that you would like to use, and we're gonna use the 21 Savage image. So we're just gonna have him in the corner. And the first thing I like to do when I'm drawing, you know, if you watch TikTok, you know, it's the head tap, bro. Oh, you gotta do the head tap.
Yes, sir.
That gets the juices flowing. You feel me? We head tap, we're gonna pick our color. Let's go down to brush size 3. Keep it at a 3. Oh, before that, get a sketch pen. So in Procreate, they have a whole bunch of pencils you can use. Just pick one of those. I already have one that I've custom made. And what I like to first do is make a circle. So we're gonna make a circle. All right, guys, so now we got our circle. That's the cranium. And a lot of y'all wanna know how to proportion stuff. I'm gonna be honest, I am self-taught. I never really was taught how to draw anime style. But what I've kind of learned is, once you have your circle, now you want to kind of find where you want your chin at. So we'll just make a mark for the chin. So he's looking straight, so we're going to just add that line down the middle. All right, and now that we got that, we're going to do a half rule. That's what we're going to call it, half. So we're going to find half of his head. So I would say that's like right here. That's like half of his head. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut that part in half. So now we're gonna do half of that. And now we only have this little section, like this little chin, the nose to chin area. So we're gonna half that. That basically shows me where my character's eyes, nose, and ears are. So now let's add the ears. Boom, boom, 21 Savage, he has kind of a pointy ears. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do the inside of his ears. This is kind of how I do my ears, and then I take a line and I kind of just put it inside of it. There we go. So now what we're gonna do is I usually try to draw where I think his hairline will be. So boom, boom, boom. So the next thing I like to do is the eyebrows. Now, when you do eyebrows, guys, you can have as much fun as you want. You can be very simple. Like if you watch Dragon Ball Z, their eyebrows are super simple. And if you watch Boondocks, you can tell they're very thin, but they do all this crazy movement. And the more movement you put into your cartoons, it becomes yours. You can kind of just have fun with it. I'm gonna give him kind of a mean look because 21 Savage, usually when I see him, he has a mean look on him. Now we're gonna do the eyes. When it comes to eyes, you can do eyes billions of different ways. Like I said earlier, if you watch anime, you know every anime, like Demon Slayer eyes, they're kind of just circles, and then they have like a pupil inside, and that's just it. For my eyes, if y'all watch my stuff, y'all know I make them a lot more rounder. So, my favorite part is the pupil. the inside of the eye, we can make literally however we want. On this one, I'm just gonna make it oval. Some people make theirs circular. And what I like to do, I bring this like little shadow from the inside of the eye. Like that. And I bring this down. So that's kind of how I make my eyes. Now for his nose, he does have a very pointy nose. So we're gonna go back to that line that we drew right here. And I'm gonna kind of give him a sharp nose. And then I like to always have like a super happy smile on most of mine. So we're gonna give him like an evil grin. And what I like to do is I like to give space on both sides of the teeth. I kind of just make another curve under here. And I do color this in black. And then what I do is I make a hump.
Hold up.
And you kind of want it to thin out as it goes down, and then make another hump. And that's gonna be his tongue. And then what I like to do is add like a little, it's not really a lip, but kind of like just an indentation to show that his mouth is open. And then for 21 Savage, he does have a little goatee, so we're gonna add a goatee to him. And I don't really know what his other tattoo is over there. So we'll have to look that up later. But it wouldn't be 21 Savage if we didn't have his sword going down the middle. So then we're gonna add his sword. And that next is the fun part. This is the hair. This is also where you can be a lot more creative and just make hair how you want to. Also shout out your local Off God. As you can see how he makes his hair, he just kind of like makes them like little noodles. Sometimes I make mine really thick. Like when I did my little Uzi drawing, I'll put it right there, boom. I made his hair like really thick. And then whenever I think I did Juice WRLD, I made his thinner. So for 21 Savage's, his seems really thin. So we're just gonna add little dreads. We got 21 Savage in the cut. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna actually add his clothes. I had to get some more jiggy juice. All right, you feel me? All right, my next step is we are going to ink. So let's get to that. What I do next is I turn off, or I don't turn off, but I lower the opacity of my reference. That way I can kind of see over it. Basically onion skin it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna draw over it. A good thing about Procreate is if you hold the pressure down whenever you're drawing, it will actually make it a perfect square, circle, shape, whatever. It's freaking awesome. Add a little extra to the top of it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this lasso tool, we're gonna lasso around it. We're gonna copy and paste. We're going to click horizontal and we're going to flip it. You can draw them however you want. Next, we're gonna do the eyebrow. So let's kind of like copy what we had. We're going for more of that Boondocks vibe for this one. Copy and paste, make it horizontal, and just flip it. When you do the eyeballs, good thing about the eyeballs is we only have to make one. We're gonna copy it again. So we're gonna make that circle or that oval. We're gonna hold down, it's gonna make it perfect. And do the center of his eyeball, so you're gonna make another circle. And we're just gonna shade in the sides. And we're gonna bring this in the middle down. You can have it circular if you want, like that. You could have it, shoot, a freaking hexagon if you want it. You can have it however you want, man. Like this is what really makes it your art. But we're gonna copy and paste this. And don't flip it this time. You want the pupils looking the exact same way. Another tip is to always flip your artwork. I'm gonna be honest, I usually don't do that. Bruh. You should do it. I've been doing it lately. And it shows you, you know, if you're off. So we're gonna flip our canvas. And if it's looking a little funny, which it is, like you see how this nose is looking like that? The nose, I have it like this. I would have never known that if I didn't flip my canvas. Because if you look at something for too long, you think it's fine. But honestly, once you flip it, you see, oh, that looks fucking awful. That looks so much better. Like it's straight now. So just do that periodically whenever you're drawing. Bam, looking good. I think we're ready to add his tattoos. No, we're actually gonna add the tattoos last. I think we're ready to add the color, and then we're gonna add the shading. So, I'll be back and we'll start doing that part. Bet. So, I had to take a sip of that jiggy juice. We're gonna actually make a new layer. So bam, we got a new layer, and we'll draw his tattoos. So on the side, right below his eyebrow, he's supposed to have a 21. Whoa, what the hell? What else he got? He has like tattoos right below his hairline, and it says "Death Before Dishonor." And then we can't forget about the infamous dagger on his forehead. So we got to draw the dagger.
It's a knife.
Okay. And then we're gonna lock it, but we're gonna click reference. So once it's a reference, it makes it to where we can like color inside of it. So what we'll do now is we'll drag and drop the colors that we want his stuff to be. All right, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new layer. We're gonna go to white, and we're gonna do his eyes. Bam, that looks good. Next, I believe 21 Savage has brown eyes, so we're just gonna drag and drop a color. Now, what I usually like to do is I take a darker color, and honestly, guys, this is the fun part. You can make the eyes however you want. And what I see in a lot of anime is they do it kind of at the top. So this black part in the middle, that's the pupil. So around the pupil, we're kind of making another dark tone. I'm gonna make this brown a little bit darker, and I'm gonna do the very top of it as well. All right, so now we're gonna pick another light brown color, and we're gonna do it at the bottom of the iris. We're gonna make just like a circle. The next part that's pretty fun is we're gonna make a new layer on top of our flat color layer, and we're gonna just do shadows. So hold a color of him, or hold down, press his skin tone, and we're gonna go down and to the right. So I'm gonna bring this down and to the right, and we're gonna get that darker color. And what we're gonna do is basically make shadows. So we're gonna go under his nose. Bam, so we go under the nose. I like to go on the side of the nose, and I like to go on top of the nose.
Hold up.
And then wherever I like to put shadows is also right under the chin, that little indentation I was talking about, and right under the neck. Then I'm also gonna go inside of the ears and show a shadow. Then I always put a shadow underneath their eyebrows. So now you got a shadow where their nose is, shadow kind of under the lips, shadow in the ear, and under the eyebrows. The last part I would do, in the neck. And the last part I would do is if you have hair coming down, you want to kind of cast a shadow. So that's kind of where I would make a shadow. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna do the same for his clothing. But we also, when you draw, you do want to make sure you know where the light's coming from. So if we're gonna have the light coming from this left side of him, then most of the shadows need to be on the right, and we can have kind of like our highlights on the left side of his face. So this is the fun part. So now we need to make a new layer, and you're gonna do the opposite. You're gonna take the color of the base layer, and you're gonna go up left. So you're gonna find like a brighter color, and we're just gonna go all on the left side. Oh yeah, Mr. 21. I take like a blue color and I kind of go right under the eyelid. Man, he looks good. I like how he looks. All right, now's the fun part. We're gonna add the glistening to his earring, and I'm also gonna add a little color that's gonna go on the side of his face. And go down to luminescence. And the fun thing about Procreate is you can download all these brushes. We're gonna use the flare brush. We're gonna take a little white, make it a little bigger. Tap the other one, bam. Show that he has a little bling, and it's done. But one other thing I actually want to add to him that I forgot is a little bit of the highlight to his hair, so it doesn't all blend together. Why can't I group these? There I go, they're grouped together, bam. And I'll make a new layer. I'll add a little yellow. I have it as a clipping mask on top. Get my airbrush, and I'm going to shade the edge of his face. Bam. We're gonna take some of this hue down a little bit so it's not so much. So I'm actually gonna put it on soft light. I like how that looks. And bam, guys, we have our 21 Savage.
21.
He looks awesome. I really like how he came out. I hope you guys like how he came out. I hope you enjoyed this YouTube tutorial. Like I said, I'm gonna have a lot more. This is my first of many. But my name is Bryson Cole. All my social medias are at Bryson Cole TX or BCGraphix with an X. And yeah, man, so y'all leave a comment of what y'all would like to see next, who you would like to see next. If you want to see me draw more rappers, I can do that. If y'all would like to see me draw other stuff, please comment below. But anyway, thank y'all. I will have a new video coming out soon, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. Don't forget to subscribe, and God bless.